Now, according to question, a 4-pole 3-phase slip ring is used as a frequency changer. Basically, this question is based on frequency changer. If 3-phase apply on both stator and rotor for different frequency, what about the direction of rotor? Basically, we have focus on corresponding to this one. So read the question. A 4-pole 3-phase slip ring induction motor is used as a frequency changer. Is stator excited by 3-phase 50 Hz supply. A load required. A 3-phase 20 Hz supply is connected to stator. Star connected rotor through 3-phase slip ring of slip ring induction motor. Okay, so first of all, make the stator winding like this one. Stator winding excited by voltage V, frequency F1, this is equal to 50 Hz. Okay, 3-phase supply on stator. Suppose that phase sequence corresponding to this one, that is ABC. Okay, so speed of, or you can say that speed of stator field with respect to stator winding, that is NS1 120 F1 by P. 120 F1 50 Hz and P is 4 pole, that is 1500 RPM. Okay, if you sit on stator winding and see stator field with respect to, that is A, B and C, N1 corresponding to NS1, how much? 1500 RPM. Clear? Now it is clear. It is rotating like this one, if phase sequence like this one. Now corresponding to this one, 3-phase supply on rotor also, and F2 is 20 Hz. So suppose that is ABC, S2. So you can say that speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, NS2, it is written as 120 F2 by P. 120 20 Hz divided by 4, that is 4, that is 600 RPM. That is 600 RPM. That is NS2. Sorry. Okay. That is NS2. That is written as 600 RPM. Clear? If phase sequence corresponding to ABC in rotor, then rotor also rotate in the direction of stator field with, okay, which is speed 600 RPM. Okay, there are two case possible here. If both stator and rotor corresponding to phase sequence, current phase sequence, that is ABC, or if means you can say that both field are rotating in the same direction. If both field are rotating in same direction, what about rotary speed? After that, second one, if that is ABC and that is ACB, if phase sequence corresponding this one, if ACB, then stator field, rotor field with respect to rotor winding like this one, anti-clockwise. What about rotor? Rotor rotate another way. I don't know which direction are moving. So two speed are possible, okay, of rotor. Okay, now so one by one we have discussed. Case first, if both field are rotating in same direction, if both field rotating in the same direction like this one, maybe phase sequence ABC, you can also use our ACB and here same ACB, then both are rotating in anti-clockwise. Okay, now first of all we have checking here corresponding to ABC. So one by one, I know that first of all make the stator winding, that is A, N1 corresponding to NS1, how much? 1500 RPM, clear? It means you can say that if you sit on stator winding and see stator field with respect to stator winding, that is 1500 RPM. Now this one is a rotor, that is rotor winding, like this one. If you sit on rotor and see stator rotor field with respect to rotor winding, that is S2, S2 this will be equal to NS2, how much? That is 600 RPM, clear? Okay, that is 600 RPM, like this one. Now what about rotor speed? We are focused on what about rotor speed. I know the basic concept of continuous electromagnetic torque. The basic concept of continuous electromagnetic torque, we know that I have discussed three phase, we have already discussed in double excited 3-phase induction motor. If stator field with respect to stator winding, stator field and rotor field speed are same, or you can say that both speed with respect to each other are stationary state, then electromagnetic torques are continuous. Okay, now here it means if you sit on stator, then stator see rotor field, that is S2, S2 also rotate with respect to stator winding, like NS1. Corresponding to continuous electromagnetic torque, with the fundamental concept of electromagnetic torque, continuous electromagnetic torque generated when both field speed are same with respect to stator winding, or you can say that both field speed with respect to each other, that is 0 or stationary stage. Okay, now only possible if rotor, suppose that if rotor rotate like this one, NR, possible? No, never catch up the 1500 RPM speed. If rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, like this one, NR1, if NR1 moving in the direction of stator field with speed like NR1, this will be equal to NS1 minus NS2, 1500 that is 900 RPM, clear? Now it is clear. If any doubt, see this one is a helicopter like 1500 RPM moving on this direction. Our motto, if you sit on the platform and see this boy, how much speed? Helicopter speed moving on the helicopter direction. Okay, only possible, suppose that this one is a train, a boy running on the train, which speed? 600 RPM. If train are not rotating in the direction of helicopter speed, never catch up S2. Why? Because of this speed is maximum speed is 600 and this one is stop, and this one is 1500 RPM. If this train moving in the direction of helicopter, which speed? 900. If this one is 900 and this one is 600, then this boy on platform C, this one rotate in the direction of helicopter, which is speed? 1500 RPM, clear? Means NR1 is 900 and plus 600, that is 1500 in the direction of helicopter. Okay, another method from basic concept, if any doubt, see the from basic concept. Now corresponding to production of electromagnetic torque, continuous electromagnetic torque, both speed, stator field and rotor field with respect to stator winding are same. So you can say that speed of stator field with respect to stator winding, this is equal to, you can say that speed of stator field with respect to stator winding, this is equal to speed of stator field with respect to stator winding, this is equal to speed of rotor field with respect to stator winding, both are same. For continuous electromagnetic torque, if you want to, continuous electromagnetic torque means rotor rotate, then this condition must be satisfied. Okay, this one is written as, that is NS1 corresponding to this one. Clear? Now if you sit on this one and see this, you can, this one is also written as speed of rotor winding plus speed of rotor winding with respect to stator winding. If any doubt, written with respect to stator winding. Now plus speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding. Clear? Speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding. Clear? So this one is NR, and what about this speed, that is NS2, this is equal to NS1. So what about NR1, this is equal to NS1 minus NS2. From basic concept you can also determine NR, this is equal to NS1 minus NS2. Clear? How much? That is 900 RPM. Clear? Two methods are possible here, from basic concept or hit and trial method. With the help of hit and trial method, assume this one is a helicopter, this boy running 600 RPM. What about NR1? NR1 is only if NR1 is like 900 RPM, if are moving in the direction of helicopter, then this speed plus this speed equal to 1500, only possible. It means NR1 is written as NS1 minus NS2. Clear? First of all, make it. So one speed, if both if both are rotating in the same direction, then rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 900 RPM, which is speed 900 RPM. Clear? Now if suppose that phase sequence, that is ACB, if this one is ACB, then what about stator field, sorry, rotor field with respect to rotor winding, that is S2, this is equal to NS2, how much? 600 RPM in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Then what about rotor speed? First of all, make it. Now second case, if both field are rotating in the opposite direction. Clear? This one is a clockwise and this one is a anti-clockwise. Opposite direction. Okay. that is A, B, C. Now if a phase sequence ACB, now clear, that is ACB, opposite direction, make once again stator winding N1, which is speed NS1, that is 1500 rpm, and that is A, and that this one is a rotor, small a, that is S2, NS2, how much, that is 600 rpm, that is 600 rpm. Clear? Now rotor, this one is a rotor, rotate which direction? First of all, it is clear corresponding to question, speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, speed of stator field with respect to stator winding, like this one, speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding, like this one. The anticlockwise means opposite direction of stator field. Now rotor, if rotor rotate like this one, never catch up speed, because of for continuous electromagnetic torque NS1, and if you sit on here, this one is also S2, also S2 also rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 1500 rpm. Okay, but rotor field rotate in the opposite direction of stator field, only possible if rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed NS1 plus NS2, means 1500 plus 600 rpm, that is 2100, means if rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 900 rpm, if rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 2100 rpm, then possible this one, C, rotor field rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 1500 rpm. Okay, clear? N1 corresponding to NS1, that is 1500 rpm, make S2 look like NS1, only possible if rotor rotate corresponding to this one. Okay, we know that the continuous for continuous electromagnetic torque production only possible if stator field with respect to stator winding and rotor field with respect to stator winding both speed are same, or you can say that both speed with respect to each other stationary, or relative speed is 0 with respect to each other. Clear? Only possible. So only possible if rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed like this one. So NS1 plus NS2. So make formula like this one. Clear? If any doubt, go to the basic. I know that I have already discussed stator field with respect to stator winding, that is NS1. This is equal to speed of rotor field with respect to stator winding, both are same, that is NS1. So it is written as speed, that is also written as speed of rotor field with respect to stator winding. Clear? This is equal to speed of rotor winding with respect to stator, that is NR. Clear? Now plus speed of rotor winding with respect to stator winding, that is NR, plus speed of rotor field with respect to rotor winding. Now this direction is the opposite of ns1, so it is written as, if written as ns2 in the direction of stator field, this is minus ns2, it means that is minus ns2. So ns1 this will equal to nr plus, or you can say that minus ns2. So finally when what about nr2? nr2 is getting ns1 plus ns2. Okay, so what about ns2? Finally we got 2100. Clear? nr1 that is 900 rpm, nr2 that is 2100 rpm. Clear? nr2 direction that is also 2100 rpm. nr2 is 2100 rpm in the direction of stator field. Clear? Now another question. Clear? First question is completed. At what 2 speed the prime mover should drive the rotor of the slip ring induction motor? Like this one. There are two possibilities. If both field are rotating in the same direction, then NR like this one, and in the opposite direction, then NR2 like this one. Rotor speed like this one. Okay. So first of all make it. After that, second one, find the ratio of two voltages are at slip ring of at 2 speed, means like this one and like this one. What about slip? S1 that is NS1 minus NR1 divided by NS1, that is 1500 minus 900 divided by 1500, got 0.4. And what about S2? If both are moving in opposite, if both field are same direction, that is slip like this one. If both are moving opposite direction, then what about slip? NS1 minus NR2 divided by NS1. This one is 1500 minus that is minus of 0.4. Okay. First of all make it. Our motto, we have focus on stator field. Sorry, we have focus on rotor induced EMF of rotor per phase induced EMF of rotor E to S. This be equal to, you know that, root 2 pi S into S into F into N2 KW2 into phi m. Clear? Now corresponding to this one, suppose that is E to S root 2 pi S1 F N2 KW2 into phi m, and E2 double dash, this will be equal to root 2 pi S2 F into N2 KW2 into phi m. E2 double dash divided by this will be equal to S2 by S1. So finally we got like this one, because of this one 0.4 minus 0.4, this one 0.4. So E2S this be equal to minus of E2 double dash, this be equal to like this one. Means both ratio, find the ratio, first of all ratio, that is 1, magnitude wise 1. And last one, find out whether the phase sequence of 3-phase rotor voltages. We have focus on phase sequence. Now if this one is ABC, then what about that is ACB, because of opposite. Okay, it is clear. if phase sequence corresponding to rotor, that is first of all, that is suppose that this one is ABC, and what about suppose that is ABC, and this one ACB. Okay, means if stator supply corresponding to ABC, then rotor induced EMF, that is ABC. Okay, now if phase sequence of rotor stator, that is ACB, then rotor corresponding to ACB. Okay, if you want to, with the help of conventional method, we have also discussed what I am saying. That is E2 S dash this be E2 double dash this be equal to E2. Clear? We have clarified what I am saying. If E2S means corresponding to, if this one is 900 and this is speed 1500, then phase sequence corresponding to rotor, that is ABC. Okay, if rotor rotate like this one and stator field like this one, then phase sequence on rotor, that is ACB. Clear? We have clarified this statement also. Once again, case first, NS1, that is 1500 RPM, NR1, that is 900 RPM. Clear? Both are clockwise, this one is clockwise. Okay, phase sequence always decided by relative speed. Okay, phase sequence always decided by relative speed. What about relative speed direction? First of all, if you sit on a stator winding like this one A, and this one is a rotor, stator field N1 like NS1, which is speed 1500 RPM. This one, this boy seat N1, which is speed NS1 minus NR1, that is 600 RPM. 1500 minus 900, that is 600 RPM. Both direction are same. This is also, you can say that this one is delta N, delta N1 also positive, this one is also positive, means that is also in clockwise. So you can say that if rotor phase sequence is ABC, then stator phase sequence is ABC, then rotor phase sequence also ABC, because of it is decided by relative speed. Now before starting speed, before rotor starting in the direction of rotor field, relative speed, that is 1500 RPM. After rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, relative speed is 6 plus 600 RPM in the same direction. You can say that if rotor phase sequence is stator phase sequence is ABC, then rotor phase sequence also ABC. Clear? What about phase sequence? So you can say that phase sequence on rotor of induced EMF, that is ABC. Okay, suppose that we have considered that is ABC on the stator like this one. Clear what I am saying? Another way, case second, case, NS1, it is written as 1500 RPM, that is clockwise. NR2, that is 2100 rpm. Now sit on stator winding, N1 that is NS1 that is 1500 rpm, NR2 rotor rotate in the direction of stator field, which is speed 2100 rpm, clear? And rotor C, this one, which is speed N1, like which is speed delta N minus 600 rpm. Why? Delta N means NS1 minus NR2, that is 1500 minus 2100, that is minus 600. Minus 600 means that is opposite direction of relative speed, in the opposite direction. Before rotor is starting, that is clockwise, this one is clockwise, and this one anti-clockwise. It is decided by relative speed. Phase sequence on rotor, it is decided by relative speed. Okay, now clear? This one is a rotor is a clockwise. First of all, if any doubt, NS1 is a clockwise direction and rotor also rotating in the clockwise, but relative speed that is anti-clockwise. Why? Because of delta N is negative. Delta N is a negative. It means that is anti-clockwise. Means if you sit on stator field, rotor winding, and see stator field like drag, okay, means both are going same direction. But if you sit on rotor, see, just like this one is a super fast train and this one is a local train. Super fast going on 2100 rpm speed and this one is 1500 rpm. Means this one super fast train passenger see like local train, or you can say that passenger train like 1600 rpm in back direction. Okay, so it means delta N is negative, or you can say that it is opposite to the, this one is opposite to the this direction. So phase sequence on rotor, that is if stator is ABC, then rotor is ACB. Okay, relative speed are reverse, means phase sequence also reverse. That's why phase sequence is ACB. Clear what I am saying? Okay, so phase sequence on rotor of induced EMF, that is ACB. Okay, if stator phase sequence is ABC, then rotor phase sequence is ACB. Okay, vice versa, means reverse. Okay, what I am saying, so make it.